First Chronicles chapter 6. The priest 9. The son of Levi was Gerson, Koha, and Merari. The descendants of Koha included Arma, Ezra, Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Amram was Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. The son of Aaron was Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ismar. Eleazar was the father of Phalisa. Phalisa was the father of Abishua. Abishua was the father of Buki. Buki was the father of Uzi. Uzi was the father of Zerahiah. Zerahiah was the father of Maron. Maron was the father of Amariah. Amariah was the father of Ahitub. Ahitub was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Ahimaaz. Ahimaaz was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Johanna. Johanna was the father of Azariah, as the high priest at the temple built by Solomon in Jerusalem. Azariah was the father of Amariah. Amariah was the father of Ahitub. Ahitub was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Shalom. Shalom was the father of Hinik. Hinik was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Sarah. Sarah was the father of Jarek, and who went to exile when the Lord sent the people of Judah and Jerusalem into captivity under Nebuchadnezzar. The Levi's clan. The son of Levi was Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The descendants of Gershon including Libni and Shimei. Descendants of Kolan including Amram siblings. The descendants of Aaron included Amram, Moshe. The following were the Levi's clan list according to the ancestral descent. Descendants of Joshua including Libni, Jahin, Zimra, Jonah, Ada. The descendants of Kohath included Amrad, Koran, and Hemer, Elshib, Uriel, Uzziah, and Shaul. The descendants of Levi included Amishah, Adnan, Zimrin, Ablin, and Samuel. The sons of Samuel were Joel and Abijah the second. The descendants of Mary included Malim, and Syrian, and Isaiah. The temple musician. David assigned the following men to lead the music at the house of the Lord after the ark was placed. They ministered with music at the tabernacle until Solomon built the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. They carried out the work following all the regulations handed down to them. These are the people who served along with the son. Haman, the musician, was from the clan of Koha. His genealogy was traced back through Joel, Samuel, Elkanah, Johamah, Eli, Toah, Zub, Maha, Tamer, Levi, and Israel. Haman's first assistants were Asaph from the clan of Gershon. Asaph generally were tracked down back through the Barakim, Shimei, Michael, Basin, Makar, Eni, Esan, Jonathan, and Levi. Haman's second assistant was Asa from the clan of Merari. Asan's general was reckoned through Halasan, Hala, Shamer, Mary, and Levi. There followed the Levites were appointed to various other tasks in the tabernacle, the house of the God. Aaron's descendants. Only Aaron and his descendants served as priests. The present fish offering on the altar, the burnt offering, and the altar incense, and they performed all the other duties related to the most holy place. They made atonement for Israel by doing everything that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded them. The descendants of Aaron were Eleazar, Phinehas, Abishua, Buki, Uzi, Zeri, Merari, Amram, Ahi, Zadok, and Ahimaaz. Territory for the Levites. This is a record of the town and the territory assigned by means of Scarit, Lord, to the descendants of Aaron, who were from the clan of Koha. This territory included Hebron and its surrounding pasture land in Judah, but the field and the outlying area belongs to the city were given to Caleb, son of Jephtha. So the descendants of Aaron were given the following town each of this pasture land: Hebron, a city of refuge; Nibla, Jether, Esther, Holland, Deborah, Hin, and Bethshemesh. And from the territory of Benjamin, they were given Gibeon, Geba, Elmes, and Alas, each with its pasture land. So 13 towns were given to the descendants of Aaron. The remaining descendants of Aaron received the 10 towns from the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh by means of Scarit Lord. The descendants of Gerson received by Scarit Lord 13 towns from the territory Asher, Lapling, and from the Bashan area of east of the Jordan. The descendants of Merari received by Scary the Lord 12 towns from the territory of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the people of Israel assigned all this town and the pasture land to the Levites, the towns in the territory of Judah. Simeon and Benjamin mentioned above were assigned to them by means of Scary the Lord. The descendants of Korah were given the following 10 from the territory Ephraim, each with its pasture land. Shechem, a city of refuge in the hill country of Ephraim. Gazer, Joamin, Bezer, Elijah, Garin, the remaining descendants of Garin were assigned to the town. The descendants of Gershon received the town of Golan in Bashan and Asrim for each of the four. From the territory of Issachar, they were given the Kadesh, Deborah, Romus, and Ammon, each with its pasture land. From the territory of Asher, they received Masha, Abdan, Huku, and Rebbe, each with its pasture land. From the territory of Laban, they were given the Kadesh in Galilee, Human, and Kiram, each with pasture land. The remaining descendants of Maran received the town of Garan, Karan, and Taran, each from the territory of Reuben, east of Jordan River, composite the Jericho. They received the Bezer, Jahaz, Medar, and from the territory of Gad, they received the Romos in Ginnit, Mahania, Hashan, and Jez, each with his pasture land. Chapter 7. Descendants of Issachar. The four sons of Issachar were Tola, Pola, Joshua, Shimon. The son of Tola was Uzi, Rapsi, Jeremy, Sami. Each of them was the leader of an ancestor clan at the time of King David. The total number of mighty warriors listed in the record of this clan were 22,600. The son of Uzi is Rahia. The son of Uzzah is Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Isaiah. These five because the leader of the clan, all of them had many wives and many sons, so the total number of men available for military serving among their descendants was 36,000. The total number of mighty warriors from all the clans of the tribe of Issachar was 87,000. All of them are listed in the geological record. Descendants of Benjamin. 3 of Benjamin's sons were Bela, Micah, and Jared. The 5 sons of Bela was Ruby, Ruzi, and each man was leader of a center. The total number of mighty from this clan was 22,034. At least in the generous record, the son of Becher was Zamira, Josh, Amizar, Army, Jeremy, Aliba, Alicia, and Ahmed. Each of them were leader of the ancestral clan. The total number of mighty warrior and leader from this clan were 22,200. As listed in the geological record, the son of Judah was Vam, the son of Aaron were Jeshua, and Benjamin, Rami, Chermin, and Asher. Each of them was the leader of the ancestral clan. From this clan, the total number of mighty warrior ready war for 17,200. The son of Aaron was Shuping, and Huping. Husip was the son of Asher, descendant of Laphtani. The son of Laphtani were Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Sheam. They were all descendants of Jacob's concubine Biha. Descendants of Manasseh. The descendants of Manasseh through his elements could be including Hashem. He also born the Makkah, the father of Genic. Makkah found wives for him, and Makkah has a sister named Makkah. One of his descendants was Zerah, who had only daughters. Makkah's wife Makkah gave birth to a son who is named Parish. His brother's name was Cyrus. The son of Pharaoh was a woman, and the son of Pharaoh was Baden. All these were considered Genic. The descendants of Makkah, son of Manasseh, Makkah's son, gave birth to the sons of Zebah were Ahiah, Ahijah, Liban, and Aliyah. Descendants of Ephraim. The descendant of Ephraim was Shadar, Tebri, Zabram, these two were killed trying to steal liquid from the local farm near Gash. The father Ephraim mourned for them a long time, and his relative came to comfort him. Afterward, he slept with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. Ephraim named his Bariah because of the tragedy his family had suffered. He had a daughter named Shira. She built the town of Noah and the upper Bethran, and the descendants of Ephraim include Ramah, Nadan, Elam, and Joshua. The descendants of Ephraim lived in the territory that included Bethel and the surrounding town of the south, Laran to the east, Gezer and its village to the west, and Shechem and the town. Along the border of the Manasseh was the town of Bethshan, terminating during the descendants of Joshua, son of Israel, lived in those towns. Descendants of Asher. The sons of Asher were Amnah, Esther. They had a sister named Sarah. The son of Bera were Hebron. Mecca, the son of Hebron, was Jerusalem, and they had a sister of Shua. The son of Jeron was Pastor. The son of Shem were Ahai. George, the son of his brother, were the son of Zopha was Suna, Jeremy, and Shuma, and Bera. The son of Jerah was Jeremy. The son of Umrah, and each of the descendant of Asher was the head of an ancestor clan. They were all selected men, mighty warrior, and outstanding leaders. The total number of the men available for military service was 26,000, as listed in the geologic record. Chapter 8. Descendants of Benjamin. Benjamin's first son was Bela, the second was Aseba, the third was Ahara, the fourth was Noha, and the fifth of Rapha. The son of Bela was Adar, Gera, Amli, Shervi, and Huram. The son of Ahim, leader of the clan, lived at Geba, were exiled to Malaha. His son was Naram, Ahijah, and Gera. Gera was lead them into exile, was the father of Uzzah and Ahib. After having divorced his wives Hushi and Bara, he had children in the land of Moab. His wife Hadan gave birth to Job, Ziba, Mesa, Kama, Nema, and this son all became the leader of the clan. Rabban's wife Hujah had already given birth to Hibi, Abi, to Eber, and the son of Eber were Eber, Musha, Shem, who built the town of Ona, and Lod, and the nearby village. Bera and Shema, there were the leader of the clan living in the Ajadan, and they drove out the inhabitant of Gath. In whole second, Jeremiah, Zerin, and Michael, Ashiva, and Jorah were the son of Bariah. Dermin, Marin, and Hebron, and Jorah were the son of the Apar. Jakim, Zikri, Zaba, Elid, Zelid, and Shema were the son of the Shimei. Israel, Sine, and Baran was the son of Shakat. Shakat, Shem, and Jerin, and were the son of Joram. They were the leader of the ancestor Caled. They were listed in the record. They all lived in Jerusalem. The family of Saul. George, the father of Jemer, lived in the town of the Gibeon. His wife was Makkah, and his oldest son was named Abidan. His son was Kara, Himini, Magni, who was the father of Shimei. All these lived in the near close of Jerusalem. Near was the father of Kish. Kish was the father of Saul. Saul was the father of Jonathan. Makkah, Abidan, and Jonathan was the father of Benjamin, and Micah of them. Abidan was the father of Jonathan. Mother was the father of Benjamin. Beriah was the father of Benjamin, and 6 sons. And Hannah was the son of Azar. The biggest and three, and the second was Jewish, the son of the Almighty warrior, except Achar. They had many sons and grandsons, 150 in all. All these were descendants of Benjamin. And then we go to the chapter 9. So all the Israelites in the journey recorded in the book of the Kings. The returning exile, the people of Judah were excited by him because they were unfaithful to the Lord. The first of exile to intend the body, the vermin. Levi, Tempe, Seven, and other Israelites. Some of the people from the tribe of Jamin and settled in Germany. One family that returned from their one son, and others returned from their journey. In all, 690 families from the tribe of the return. From the tribe of Benjamin, the Mechanic, and the returned the leader of Ham that were listed returned. The returning priests. Among the priests were returned. And then achieved of the house of the other return priests. In all, 1,760 priests returned. They were head of clan and very able men. They were responsible for ministry all at the house of God. Returning Levites, the Levites who returned were Shamir, son of Harsha, son of Arki, and descendants of Meron, Pharaoh, Haligala, Mati, son of Zerah, son of Asham, Obani, son of Gad, son of Ibn, son of who lived in the area of Latafa. The gatekeeper who returned were Shanam, Akka, the Tamar, Amir, and their relatives. Samuel was the chief of gatekeeper. Prior to this time, they were responsible for the king's gate on the east side. This man served as gatekeeper for the camp of Levi. Samuel was the son of Gera, a descendant of Arabia. From the clan of Korah, he and his relatives, the Carmen, were responsible for guarding their entries just as the descendants of the Lord. 30 sons have been in charge of gatekeeper. In early times, the Lord had been with him, and the later son was responsible for guarding the entries to the tabernacle. In all, there were 212 gatekeepers in those days, and they were listed according to the generality in their village. David and Samuel the shepherd had appointed their ancestors because they were reliable men. These gatekeepers and the descendants by their defeats and the response guarding the entrance of the house of the Lord when the house was at hand. The gatekeepers were stationed on all four sides, east, west, north, and south. The raving village regularly shared the duty for a 7-day period. The four chief gatekeepers at the altar were trust officers, for they were responsible for the room and the travel at the house. They would spend the night around the house of God, since it was their duty to guard it and open the gate every morning. Some of the gatekeepers were assigned to care for the various articles used in worship, to check them in out of avoid any loss. Others were responsible for furnishing the time in the sanctuary and supplies such as the choice flour, wines, olive oil, frankincense, and spicy. But it was the priest who blended the spicy. But here David, the oldest son of Saul, were entrusted with baking the bread using in the offering, and some members of the clan of Aaron were in the charge of preparing the bread to be set on the table each Sabbath day. The musicians, all prominent Levites living at the temple, they were exempt from other responsibilities since they were on duty at all hours. All these men lived in Jerusalem. They were the head of the Levi family and were listed as a prominent leader in the Jerusalem record. King Saul's family tree. Jairus lived in the town of Gabriel. His wife was Mecca, and his oldest son was named Abdan. Jairus' other sons were Julian and Micah. Micah was the father of Shimon. All this family lived near each other in Jerusalem. Lar was the father of Kish. Kish was the father of Saul. Saul was the father of Jonathan. Micah and Dimni was the father of Dimni, the son of Micah. Amalin and the mother of the father of Finni, and have a sister whose name was Micah. Similar, and Abidan there was the son of Exile. And then we will go into chapter 10. Alright, so those 4 chapters is talking about more detail about those 12 tribes, and especially it's talking about the Samuel's ancestor and the David's ancestor and also Saul's, because those people is the foundation is kind of like a foundation of the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah. Alright, so that is today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. God bless everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.